Hello everyone, this is Anne from Odulcina. I've played a lot with those trio cards. Some are an exception and there's only two, but mostly they are 3 cards. And I just want to show you what they look like once they're decorated. And then I want to show you how I'm going to use them. 10 different ways to use them in a junk journal. So, you know, you could decorate there, but the idea is to kind of have places for journaling, right? So if you put laces and decorations everywhere, well, that defeats the purpose of journaling on the cards. So that's why they're not decorated at 100%, but when there's already something written down, I felt free to add little fussy cutting, but I'm keeping places for journaling. Look at that, just a picture with an herbal tea there that gives it like a really soft and shabby chic and romantic look here. Just a lace like that on top of that, and you will have the journaling place there. What else I have? This. I've added a little postcard label. So this one doesn't really have a lot of place for journaling, but you have the back. All right, this I showed you last week. Flowers. Isn't it gorgeous? Gosh, I love it. Some are for more decorations. Journaling place there, journaling place. Isn't it lovely? So some decorations. This one is more for a decoration. This one here. You have a little place there to write down something. So I've used a lot of the fancy yarns because it is thin, so it's not too bulky. This one I showed you last week. That dress. Adding the fussy cuts was really fun, and it gives a nice look. So I have 3 journals here that are in my stash, and I want to show you how I can add some of the cards. So these are journals that I've created and never kind of decorated. Let's start with the 10 ideas that I have for you on how to use those trio cards. Number 1, that would be to use a paper clip. So this way you can remove it, do your journaling notes, put it back there, change the place. So you can use a paper clip and it holds on the side of a page. You could as well use the paper clip at the top of the page. All right, this is the first idea. Another idea, let me move along here. I could just glue it down here. So, and I'm going to do it. So I'm going to use the glue. And I'll just glue it in the middle of the page, however I want it. It can be more in the middle or high or down on the page, but you glue it to the page. And then when you look at the page, you just lift the different cards, but it sticks to the page. Then let me turn here. This is like a file folder that acts like a pocket. So of course, one of the idea would be to fill a pocket, but I don't think I need to show you how to do that. So here I can glue it and create a talk spot. So let me show you. If I glue it like that, then I can use it as a talk spot like that. So that's what I'm going to do. In order to do that, I just, instead of gluing the whole back of the card, I'm gluing just 2 sides. And I'm going to place it in the corner. So that could be here, or in my case, it looks better on that corner. And then I have a talk spot here. So as a talk spot, it's another idea. And then I'm going to keep going on. Another idea would be to use it wherever you want, or this side as well, as kind of a flip. So the fourth idea is to use it as a flip. And in order to do that, we can use either fabric or a paper. If you're using a paper, I'm grabbing the first paper that I have handy. So I'll just measure like that the length of my paper that I need. I'm gonna trim that. Okay. So I need a paper. Then I'm gonna ink it. Fold into 2. I'm actually not sure which side I prefer. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm gonna use this to glue it here and glue it on the page. So the first thing would be glue it on the card, the trio card. All right. Make sure you glue the good side. So I'm gonna glue it like that on the trio card at the edge. And then I'm gonna add some glue here. And glue it where I want. I want to hide this line, so I'm gonna glue it right here. It doesn't need to follow the edge of the page because this one, it holds by itself. So just press hard, and here you go. You have a flip like that, but that could be a flip like this, right? But it's the same idea. So that was number 4. Idea number 5. I need a page that is smaller. I'm going to change my book because I'm working on the same all the time and I'm gluing them there. So I want a page that is smaller, like those two here. And what I want to do is I'm going to use this, mostly one that is stapled at the top, like this one. And I'm going to use the biggest card to be at the back and the other one at the front. So this way it holds on a smaller piece of paper like that. So I don't need to glue it down. I don't need a paper clip. It will just hold by itself between the paper. If I tried like that, that could be another look. You can see here different ideas. So depending on, it can be like that too. See, I can show you. This one is stapled on the side, so it doesn't work as good, as great, but that could still work. My favorite is really like if it's at the top. Like this one is at the corner, and if I place it like that, look at that. And then it goes like that. But the best is really when your staple is in the middle for this idea, because it really sits on the paper, on the page. That was number 5, idea number 5. Idea number 6 is to use it to create a scrappy pad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do little pieces of papers and create a scrappy pad with different length of papers that I'm gonna add there. So I just want different sizes, different length of additional papers just to make it look good. I'm gonna add 3. So 3 papers like that, and as you can see, I'm using the papers that teared when I was doing the coffee stain. It's the perfect way to use any of your scrap papers. And then here I want to staple it or glue them all. I'm gonna staple them. So I'm gonna staple them. Oops. It just wants to move, so I'm gonna grab it better. The idea is that nothing is perfect, right? So the look overall is so shabby. So now, out of my trio card, I have a booklet or a scrappy pad. So I can use it in a pocket, like here. And even like, because these are shorter, I can leave them out of the pocket like that. So it's filling a pocket and it's a scrappy pad at the same time. That was idea number 6. Idea number 7, create a junk journal cover. This one, it's a slim junk journal. Those that I've created that are the envelope. So it's the only one I have right now that are not decorated. But look at that. If I put like a lace like that, and then I can just put that there. And then you would still have some interaction. So obviously you would take one that is all decorated with laces instead of having journaling spot, journaling places. But that can be used for a junk journal cover, and it looks great. Idea number 8, take a bag and decorate your bag. Just glue it to a bag and you have the perfect little gift bag. Even this could be like a wedding gift, card certificate, or you put the card in it. You know, so you just glue it to the bag. But before gluing it, you can even add a little bit of lace. So you can put some lace like that, or even maybe like that. Isn't it cute? Idea number 9. I gathered a bunch of papers quickly to create a junk journal, like a quick junk journal made out of all the papers that were around me. Okay, I could just do that. This, I'm gonna glue it here, let's say, do my signature here, and look how quickly this junk journal is decorated. I can do that. I can do this just by gluing it or gluing it here. Let me give you other examples. Look at that. This. So if you're looking for just a quick junk journal, like a pocket size that you just want to give as a gift to someone, but you don't want to work on it too long, or you're really in a rush to create one, well, with just those, you fully decorate it. Idea number 10. I'm going to use an envelope. This one is aged naturally, but it could be coffee stain and it would look better. I just don't have any envelope that is coffee stain right now, but I could just add a little bit of laces on top of it to make it look better. So let me show you. I'm gonna take a big piece of that lace. This is Crafty Me Shot laces, and it was sold by the meter because it's, see, it's kind of a fabric instead of a lace by the yard. And I can either glue it down, but I'm thinking I'll just go do some sewing around, except for here because I want to keep my envelope. So this part here, I'm gonna glue it. So let's do that first. That first part here, I'm gonna glue this because anyway, on that lace there's a lot of fiber, so it should glue well compared to this part, which is almost just tulle. And now I'll just do the sewing close to the edge on those 3 sides. I'm done with the sewing. So the idea is to place one of the trio card on top of the envelope and glue it down because we cannot really sew it down. So let me give you some example. This one is pretty like busy, but you can have something a little bit more simple. But because of the lace in the background, or if your envelope is coffee stained, it kind of gives another dimension. So I'm not sure which one I prefer. A little bit of gold here. Oh, I love that one. Okay, I'm gonna use that one. It's really like really shabby chic romantic, and it's a wow. All right, so I'm gonna use this glue just because I wanted to go through the lace tool. So I want to put a little bit more so it can go through the layer. It's just because my glue gun is not on, because otherwise that would be a good idea with the glue gun. Okay, so I'm gonna glue that. And then I could have decided if I wanted to be the envelope be opening like that or like that, and then I would put the trio card the other way, the other side, because when this is glued, I want to show you in a journal how I would use that. Is that I would use a paper and slide the envelope on the edge like that. So see, it holds like that, You can either glue it here, and then you can have a flap and a pocket, or you can just use a paper clip to make it hold there. Isn't it cute? But you can as well just use an envelope like that, fill it with some ephemera, like an old letter or something, and use it at the top of your journal like that. Like here for this example, I have this journal that is pretty kind of simple with the lace, and then I'm adding this card that is kind of decorated with charms and laces, and I just put it there, and I have this cluster of with embroidery that I put there, and everything holds with the polka dot sari silk. So see, like this, and it makes a cover that looks like multi-dimensional, and it's full of layers, and you kind of have to discover this and that, then the journal, and then you can open the journal and go through. So you could be the same about this, right? This could be just on top of the journal, but it's kind of removable. It's not attached. Or you could attach it too, but then you would lose the purpose of the envelope. Here you go. So I hope those ideas inspired you. As you can see, they are fun to create, and when you create them, you don't have any specific need or design in your mind. You just go with the flow and you decorate them. But then when you want to use them into your journals or to decorate an envelope or a bag or a junk journal cover, they're kind of ready to go and cute everywhere. Very, very useful. It gives you layers, it gives you dimension, it gives you journaling spots, and it's very, very versatile. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.